of the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Teague out there with Andre Robertson. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Smith in at the 4 slot. Thinking about DeMarcus Cousins, Clark, when he was selected, people questioned whether he could stay out of trouble. Many doubted that, he could, but he has stayed clean really since day one.
Yeah, going back 5 years ago, a beat writer actually had the audacity to say he would end up in jail at some point. Cousins has proved him and others wrong.
Dallas on defense. Bledsoe kicks to Cousins. Outside Dang. Cousins with a screen on Barnes. Back to Cousins. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building.
Yo, Terrence, what's your PSN, bro? Your boy trying to get you on a page.
I tell you what, though, you want to make sure you don't get teed up from a situation like that.
Smith, no luck.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's
Yo, Nick, what's your boy? Never mind, he good.
Not his forte. I don't care how open you are, he should not be taking that shot.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
They could use
No, I'm good. I'm watching it now.
Sure could, Kevin. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
No good from Bledsoe. Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Barnes can't get it to go.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
So it's the Mavericks now. Outside Teague. He kicks it to Barnes. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Roberson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Teague kicks to Smith. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Nobody near Allen. That doesn't go either for Allen. Barnes passes to Teague. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
And Jeff Teague, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim.
I see out here, Nate, with Jeff Teague out here, bro. Boy, got him on ball for point guard.
He dishes it to Jordan. He gives them a double-digit lead. Jordan's got his first basket.
And guys, Jeff Teague, an attack guard. He's just an average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league. And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
Pass to Roberson. And stolen by Cousins. Dang goes in. And the rejection by Smith. Teague with a clean look. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
That doesn't go either for Allen.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter. and that's an understatement.
And the dunk by Smith.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
And offensively, they've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
Well, Greg, the misses started piling up. Things kind of snowballed on him in that regard. This is a good timeout to kind of calm his guys down and hit the reset button.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Thunder. And the Thunder with some changes. Sanders checked in for Cousins. And Robert Covington subbed in for Luol Deng. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Jordan. Anderson comes in for Smith. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Muhammad in for Roberson. Inside, stolen by Anderson. Here's Muhammad. Allen with the rebound.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Bledsoe's got his first bucket of the night.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
And Dallas calls their first timeout of the game.
Tell you what, guys, it was a bit of a mixed bag for Eric Bledsoe last season. Average career highs in rebounds and assists. Those were the good parts. But for some reason, the field goal and three-point percentages dropped 30-plus points.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Mitch McGary's checked in for Sanders. Blair comes in for Monteunus. Luol Deng is checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Jamal Franklin in for Tony Allen. And talking about Eric Bledsoe, he took on a lot more responsibility last season, Greg, especially after the trades in Phoenix. He became the main focal point of their offense.
And you know what? It was his first year of kind of being the man. Signed a big contract coming into the season, and now there's a responsibility that goes with being the go-to guy. Eric has the talent to shine, though, in that role.
To the paint. Here's Franklin. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today. And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out. Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. Mavericks leading by 12. Teague kicks to Cauley Stein. Muhammad dishes to Teague. Right at the free throw line. And the shot no good, a bit short. Oklahoma City has gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. That's good.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Now here's Teague. He's got 6. Cauley Stein passes to Teague. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And the thing about Eric Bledsoe, he's an absolutely terrific athlete. Insane athletic ability, his speed with the ball, especially Greg in the open court. Remarkable.
Yeah, and when he gets a full head of steam, look out. He goes beast mode, if you will, on the basketball floor. He really, truly is like a running back in the open field.
Talking about Bledsoe, one area where he has to improve his turnovers. He averaged over 3.5 turnovers a game. You can't be a championship point guard if you're not squeezing the orange.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Biyombo, he's checked in for McGarry. Cousins comes in for DeJuan Blair. And Allen subbed in for Franklin. Then kicks to Cousins.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first. Offensive rebound.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Bledsoe outside. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Bledsoe's got 5 points so far.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the three.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Mavericks lead by 8. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Dallas.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, we got DeAndre Jordan. Smith out there with Harrison Barnes. Then there's Shabazz Muhammad, and it's Teague in at the point. Well, you just watched Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
Smith kicks to Teague. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Teague's got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs. Bledsoe outside. Dishes it to Biyombo. Passes it to Cousins. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Rejected by Teague. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. Cousins against Smith. 4 on the shot clock. Cousins with the bucket.
And Teague's also athletic. You know, sometimes you forget that. I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender. And I still think he's developing consistency at that end of the floor.
The shot is off. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
To the left side wing. Barnes dishes to Smith. And he makes good on the layup. Smith's got 8.
And speaking of Jeff Teague's defense, I mean, his rebounding, I think, could also be a little higher. I mean, with his bounce, he can get in there and grab a few more.
Biyombo, the pass to Cousins. Allen for 3. That makes it 7 straight misses for him. Definitely not the start he was looking for. They get it back. Teague kicks to Muhammad. Smith with a wide open look. Here's Jordan. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Biyombo, no luck.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Smith just having a fantastic game. He has 8 points and 2 blocks.
And guys, Josh Smith, an interesting blend of talents. A good defender, great finisher around the rim. Also an underrated passer at times for a big man.
Dallas making a switch here. Overton's checked in.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Jordan the screen. It's stolen by Allen. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Barnes. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Montejunas is checked in for Biyombo. Blair comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Jamal Franklin in for Allen. Franklin kicks to Blair. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year, and that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
Back to Bledsoe. Shoots from 12. They get it back.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Jordan the screen. Teague kicks to Jordan. It's stolen by Dang. Franklin inside the three-point line. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Timeout charge to Dallas.
Dallas calls timeout.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
You know, another point of contention between every NBA fan is whether or not the age restriction is a good thing. Some want it increased, others want it gone altogether. You know, for me, it's a matter of whether or not you as a team feel that that player can make an impact on your roster.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. And then for Dallas, Cauley Stein, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Anderson in for Smith. Out to the right wing. And the call will go against Kendall Marshall. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal
And there are arguments, Clark, on both sides for the NBA and the age restriction it has currently right now. Having one seems to have help the level of play overall, but I think there's some improvements that can be made.
Yeah, with the D-League coming into its own, though, Kevin, the discussion has opened up again. NBA teams used to not have a place for high school players. The D-League could serve in that regard now, but having a restriction is something that I think has helped the NBA. I actually would like to see it be 20 years old.
Me too. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Cauley Stein dishes to Robertson. Drains it from beyond the arc. Roberson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Allen kicks to Biyombo. The dish to Covington. He feeds it to Marshall. Just 3 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Covington's shot is off.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
There's the pick. Stolen. And here we go. Teague heading to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. Teague's got 8 points here in this quarter.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
I'm going to let it slide.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Marshall with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Picked him clean. And here we go. Mavericks running again. Here's Barnes. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it. Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Teague inside the line. And it's Dallas with another.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Timeout. Start it. You guys are so weak.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around. And that's why he needed the timeout.
Without question, Jeff Teague displaying his skills today.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Dewan Blair, he's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Dang comes in for Robert Covington. Damian Rudez is checked in for Marshall. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Allen. Dallas also making some changes. Pondexter comes in for Barnes. And it's Muhammad in for Roberson. Cousins, the pass to Bledsoe. There's the feed to Blair. Outside Dang. At the top of the key, Blair. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot to end this cold run. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Now here's Teague. He's got 18. Kicks it to Pondexter. Pass to Cauley Stein. And stolen by Cousins. Rudez. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Mavericks on top, opening up a huge gap. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. It's been one outstanding game from Jeff Teague.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Teague. He has 18 points, and his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
You know what? He's the catalyst. He's the reason why this team plays with such harmony. And if his passing continues, they are going to be dangerous.
Blair is up there with Dang. Then there's Bledsoe. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Rudez in the 2. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. For Oklahoma City, they have missed both of their free throws tonight. 0 for 2 so far. Well, last year, DeAndre Jordan turned in another great defensive performance. In fact, first team all-defense announced in the NBA after last season. Anchored his team as he always seems to do.
And Jordan was a force in the middle, over 2 blocks a game again, and changed countless others with his effort.
The pass to Rudez. Back to Dang. To the middle. Banked in off the glass. Blair's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, you look at the advanced statistics for DeAndre Jordan and his defense at that end of the floor. Top 10 in defensive rating individually and led the league in defensive win shares.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Rudez dishes to Blair. And the shot is good. Blair's got 6 in the quarter.
Timeout charge to Dallas.
And Jordan has really improved his defense every year since Doc Rivers challenged him. Last season ended 3rd in the Defensive Player of the Year award race, but he has one in his future, no doubt, if he continues to progress.
Dallas calls timeout.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up, and he couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Allen's checked in. Muhammad, he's checked in for Dallas. Rozier comes in for Jeff Teague. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his first foul. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Muhammad to the inside. Here's Smith. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Bledsoe kicks to Cousins. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, when you look at DeMarcus Cousins, he's clearly one of the more talented and also one of the most emotional players in the game. He's also one of the most teed up.
Yeah, talking about Cousins' top 5 in technical fouls in each of his first 5 seasons. Among other things, that's given away a ton of free points, guys, to the opposition.
Yeah, DeMarcus is working hard to control that temper, and he knows it's important for the team. But it's hard to plug a volcano.
Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Blair. And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. Stolen away. Feeds it to Jordan. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And Muhammad gets it to go.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Pass to Jordan. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
DeAndre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
Teague, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Allen for three. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got 3 assists in the game. And Teague, here we go. It's stolen by Dang. And here's the fast break. Allen, that's good.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Here's Bledsoe. He's got 5. He kicks to Blair. High post Cousins. That's a 2 from Dang. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the paint. It's deflected. Bledsoe kicks to Dang. Here's Allen. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Jordan. Anderson comes in for Smith. And it's Pondexter in for Barnes. Teague, the pass to Anderson. Pondexter dishes to Cauley Stein. Nice D from Cousins.
Boy, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Dang kicks to Cousins. Passes it to Blair. And there's the foul. It goes on Ryan Anderson. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Cousins, the pass to Allen. Bledsoe outside. Puts up a 3. The Thunder with another miss.
You have to be willing to pass in those situations. That was a low percentage shot. I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Allen dishes to Bledsoe. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Bledsoe's got 7 points in the game. Teague drives in. Baseline J on the way. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
You know, I don't think it's ever too late to make a sweet dime. I mean, even if you're halfway through your shot, you might find a better one with 4 teammates.
Bledsoe kicks to Cousins. Dishes to Allen. Back to Dang. Shot clock at 5. For 3, Bledsoe. That doesn't go either for Bledsoe.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Teague drives in. Pondexter from outside. The Thunder pull it in. Tang's got 4 rebounds now tonight. That's tipped. Here's Pondexter, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
But they get it back. Here's Teague. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Dang for 3. No good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Teague against Bledsoe. Teague up top. He's got 20. He dishes it to Muhammad. Cauley Stein passes to Teague. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Cousins has got his 5th rebound in this one. Bledsoe outside. There's the dish to Blair. The shot is off.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And so here is Oklahoma City on the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. Quincy Pondexter out there with Anderson. Then there's Andre Robertson. Then there's Teague. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center, filling out the middle. Anderson with the block. Teague with the ball. Now guarded by Bledsoe. Teague against Bledsoe. Teague drives in. And that one hits back iron. The Thunder shoot at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Count that one. 9 points for Eric Bledsoe.
Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidating.
He feeds it to Blair. On the wing, Dang. Oklahoma City moving it around. Bledsoe outside. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Blair. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Teague can't hit.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Here's Pondexter. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Timeout. Start it.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch 4 was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a 3. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
With the stretch 4 and the need for shooting at the position, they don't need to be a three-point threat, but they do need to be able to hit a mid-range jump shot.
Yeah, well said. I think you need to have guys that can make perimeter shots to create spacing. The game's evolving to a space-out-the-floor type game, and shot-making gives you a chance to do that.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Biombo is checked in for Blair. Montejunas comes in for Luol Deng. Jamal Franklin, he's checked in for Tony Allen. And Kendall Marshall subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Biombo dishes to Cousins. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Dallas calls timeout.
I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
DeJuan Blair, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Dallas also making some changes. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Cauley Stein. Smith comes in for Ryan Anderson. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Quincy Pondexter. And the call will go against Kendall Marshall. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Teague.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Top of the key jumper, no good. And Blair kicks to Marshall. And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And one thing that I know a lot of fans are worried about is NBA jerseys with ads on them. It's something the NBA has explored more in-depth recently and would be another stream of revenue for the league. Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
Here's Teague. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
That's his first personal foul.
That free throw, no good.
At the line for the Thunder, Jeff Teague. At the line for 2.
And he's good on the second. Well, Thunder have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Marshall passes to Blair. And there's the feed to Marshall. But they'll get another chance. And he overshot that one, missing. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Biyombo.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it. He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth.
You know, it hasn't always been the case in the NBA, but parity is at a great spot right now. Every team can compete for a title or end up last in their conference season. It's something the NBA wanted and ultimately now has achieved.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And speaking of NBA parity, it's impossible to go from last to first in a single year, but it can happen in a 3-year span.
And that's all you really want from a fan's perspective. Hope. To illustrate the parity, all 4 teams in the conference finals from last year were different from the year before.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Blair. Dang comes in for Biyombo. Allen's checked in for Jamal Franklin. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Kendall Marshall. And Dallas also making a switch. Martin's checked in. Bledsoe dishes to Monty Eunice. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 5 assists in the game.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
5 to shoot. Teague inside the line. And Luol Deng pulls it down. Here's Roberson. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. Thunder have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Monty Eunice kicks to Bledsoe.
Remember, for a long time, flopping was like the #1 concern in the NBA. I mean, it still happens a lot, but the rules have curbed it quite a bit. We have seen less and less flopping the last few years.
Some doubted how the flopping fines would have worked. Overall, there have been less egregious flops for the better in the NBA.
Yeah, and there will always be room for embellishment, but I like the fines because it really does minimize the number of extravagant flops. Guys have adjusted, and they're not laying down as much as they used to.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Here's Allen, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Here's Teague, the 19-foot shot. That one wide left. Shoots a three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Down low. Here's Roberson. Kept alive. Smith outside. To the paint. Martin, the pass to Jordan.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe. Here's Cousins. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Barnes, he's checked in for Kenyon Martin.
Harrison Barnes.
A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter.
Oklahoma City foul call. Eric Bledsoe. That's his third personal foul.
And the first one drops.
Shooting for Oklahoma City. Jeff Teague at the line for two.
And so Teague gets 2 free throws.
Well, there were a few complaints last season about how the playoff seeding was done, most notably in the Western Conference. Portland was the 4th seed for winning their division, but without that division win, would have been the 6th seed.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Dallas.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? It's got to be frustrating to shoot so poorly when the other team is on fire.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Teague. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Left side, Jordan. Screen by Smith. And again, it's DeAndre Jordan. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 12 rebounds. Into the playoffs last year with Portland being a division winner, but getting that 4th seed, that played a huge role in this conversation about playoff seeding structure. San Antonio would end up playing the Clippers in the first round, even though both had better records than the Blazers.
Kevin, no doubt it's a tricky situation. Listen, you want to reward teams for winning their division, but every so often it comes at the expense of several other teams, like it did last year, who just play in stronger divisions. So I think that's something that the league is going to have to look at moving forward.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And, Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.